FDA explores impact of arsenic in rice. Quick links. Skip to main page content. Skip to search. Skip to topics menu. Skip to section content menu. Skip to common links. U.S. Food and Drug Administration. A 2Z index. Follow FDA. FDA voice blog. Enter search terms. Search the FDA archive. Home. Food. Drugs. Medical devices. Radiation-emitting products. Vaccines. Blood biologics. Animal veterinary. Cosmetics. Tobacco products. For consumers. Home. For consumers. Consumer updates. Section contents menu. Consumer updates. Animal veterinary, children's health, cosmetics, dietary, supplements, drugs, food, medical devices, nutrition, radiation-emitting products, tobacco products, vaccines, blood biologics. FDA explores impact of arsenic in rice. Search the Consumer Updates section. Consumer updates by email. In an FDA laboratory, chemist Patrick Gray, Ph.D., prepares rice-based food samples for an analysis that will determine if arsenic is present and, if so, how much. See more photos on Flickr. What should consumers do? Eat a well-balanced diet. All consumers, including pregnant women, infants and children, are encouraged to eat a well-balanced diet for good nutrition and to minimize the negative health effects that could come from eating an excess of any one food. Vary your grains. Like rice, other grains such as wheat, barley and oats are nutritious and can be used to help vary a consumer's diet. Consider alternatives for an infant's first solid food. Many infants are fed rice cereal as their first solid food. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, there is no medical evidence that rice cereal has any advantage over other grains as a first solid food, and infants would likely benefit from eating a variety of grain cereals. Consumer updates RSS feed. Print and share PDF 239K in Espanol and Chinese. In this page. Why rice? The story so far. What's next? The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has taken a major step towards learning whether levels of arsenic in rice and rice products pose a risk to public health. The agency has collected a total of more than 1,300 samples of rice and rice products and has tested them for both total arsenic and inorganic arsenic, the more toxic form. FDA scientists have determined that the levels of inorganic arsenic found in the samples are too low to cause immediate health damage. In the rice grains, the average levels of inorganic arsenic ranged from 2.6 to 7.2 micrograms per serving, with instant rice at the low end of the range and brown rice at the high end. In rice products, the average levels of inorganic arsenic ranged from 0.1 to 6.6 micrograms per serving, with infant formula at the low end of the range and rice pasta at the high end. A microgram is 1/1,000,000th of a gram. Serving sizes varied with the product types. But what about the long-term impact? After all, rice is a food that people eat over the course of a lifetime. The next step for FDA will be to conduct a comprehensive risk assessment, explained Suzanne C. Fitzpatrick, Ph.D., the Senior Advisor for Toxicology in FDA's Center for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, CSAN. This analysis of the health risk associated with eating rice and rice products will be the foundation of future FDA actions. These are the next steps. To look at exposure levels, to analyze the risk, and determine how to minimize that risk for the overall safety of consumers, including vulnerable groups like children and pregnant women, says Fitzpatrick. We must take one step at a time and stay true to our methodological approach, says Michael R. Taylor, J.D., Deputy Commissioner for Foods and Veterinary Medicine. We can't get ahead of the science. Back to top. Why rice? One of the things we need to emphasize is that arsenic is a naturally occurring contaminant, and because it's in soil and water, it's going to get into food, says Fitzpatrick. It's not something that we can just pull off the market. Arsenic is a chemical element distributed in the Earth's crust. Human